Hey everyone, I'm making this video to help you with your assignment today. Your assignment is on trapezoids and triangles, and it's going to be on Delta Math. Please take out your notebooks right now so that you can copy these down. First, let me show you what your assignment's going to look like. You might get questions like this. You might get questions like this where you have to find the area of the shaded part. You might get a question like this, which this is what I'm going to teach you right now. But there'll be other questions like just find the area of a trapezoid. This hard one again. Find the area of the trapezoid. There's also find the area of triangles. So all different problems. But I'm going to teach you, this is probably the hardest one, so I wanted to go over that with you right now. There's two different ways that we can solve this one. So let's take a look. What is the total area in square inches of the shaded sections of the trapezoid below? Well, here's my trapezoid, and you know how to find an area of that, but I only want the shaded parts. And the shaded parts are triangles. You know how to find the area of a triangle. The non-shaded part is a rectangle. You know how to find the area of a rectangle. So there's a lot of different ways we can do this. Right now, I'm going to solve this using the method, just find the area of both the triangles, and then we can add them together. Because that's all we want. We want the area of the shaded part. So, we know that the area of a triangle is 1/2 times the base times the height. So in this first triangle right here, the base is 6.9 and the height is 9.6. So if I put it in my formula, it's going to look like 1/2, 0.5. I'm using the decimal version because I like that better, but you can do whatever you want, times 6.9 times 9.6. So when you multiply all those together, you get 33.12 square inches. So that's the area of this triangle right here. Now let's do this triangle. So again, area is 1/2 times base times height. I'm going to use a decimal. The base is 8.3 inches. And the height, this line, well, it matches this height. So this is also 9.6. So we're going to do 1/2 times 8.3 times 9.6. I'm just going to plug them right into my formula. And then when I multiply those, we get 39.84 square inches. So now if I want the total area of the shaded region, what am I going to do with these two areas? Add them together. So I'm going to do 33.12 plus 39.84. And we get 72.96 square inches. Right? Pretty easy. So there's a couple steps, but you guys know how to do this. All I did was find the area of two triangles and add them together. There is a different way that you could do this, though. So let's do another problem. Again, what is the total area in square meters of the shaded sections of the trapezoid? So same thing, but instead of finding just the area of each triangle and adding them together, I could, if I wanted to, find the total area of the trapezoid and subtract away this white rectangle. Because I can find the area of a rectangle. That's super easy. To find the area of a rectangle, what do? We do length times width. Well, here's the length and the width. The length is 8.8 meters and the width is 5.6. So if I do 5.6 times 8.8, that's how I find the area of a rectangle. Multiply that, and what do we get? 49.28 meters squared. So that's the area of this center part right here. That's this white part. So if I figure out the area of the entire thing, and then I subtract 49.28, I'll have the area of the shaded part. But now I need to figure out the area of the entire trapezoid. That's the word I'm looking for. Oh no, undo that. Oh no. Here's my stuff. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're back. We're back. I'm going to bring all the stuff back. Okay, sorry for that little mess up. So we know the area of a trapezoid is 1/2 times the height times base 1 plus base 2, right? I'm just going to move this up here for me, out of the way. So base 1 in this problem would be 5.6 meters. What's base 2, though? Well, if this, let's use green. If this base is 5.6 meters, then that means this part also has to be 5.6 meters. So if I wanted this entire base, I would add 9.2 plus 5.6 plus 8.1. I would just add these three together to figure out what is that entire base. And if I add those three numbers together, I get 22.9. So that's base 2. So now that I know what base 1 and base 2 are, I can plug them in. So I'm going to do 1/2 times the height, which I can see right here is 8.8, times, and then I'm going to add my two bases together. So let's add the two bases together first. 5.6 plus 22.9. That equals 28.5. Okay, so now I rewrite everything else. So first, I'm going to do 8.8 times 28.5. And that equals 250.8. So now last step, I just got to do 1/2 times 250.8. And that equals 125.4 meters squared. So that is the total area of the trapezoid, but again, I only want the shaded part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the total area, which is 125.4, minus the part that I don't want, which is 49.28. And when I subtract those two numbers, I get 76.12 meters squared. Okay, so this is probably the hardest problem you're going to have, and I don't think it's all that bad. And these are your two methods. So you can either do it like this, or you could do it the way that we did for the first problem, where we just found the area of the two triangles and added them. And that's it. Let me know if you guys have questions.